All right, so let me see if I can hear myself. Gotta turn that down. All right, so let me see if I can hear myself. Cool. Turn it down. All right, so just a brief, quick overview of how the trades have been going for the Leap Trading strategy, or the Leap Trading Combine, I should say. Why is my, hold on. I had to bring it back up. I thought it was here. All right, so I don't know why it went down. All right, either way, let's go ahead and jump right into it real quick. I'm not trying to be very long. I'm never very long on these because just try to give a brief update so that I can tell you how it's looking, what it's going like, and how good or bad we're doing. So right now, not doing so hot, not gonna lie. But either way, all right, let's start off with the Leap paper trading competition. So the Leap competition ends in 21 days, 5 hours. Join a Leap and compete to be the best in CME Group Futures Trading to win a share of $25,000 cash prizes or additional 6 months to your TradingView subscription. Right now, we are 43,105th place with a negative realized profit of percent of 23%, 23.68%. Or $59,198.11 negative. Man, we got some huge winners here. My boy is literally almost at $3 million. Like, this man is up 1,000%, and this is literally like day 4 or 5, or it might even be day 3. I don't even know. But it's like, it's not even the end of the first week. So this guy, by the end of the 20 days, if he keeps on pace, he's gonna be in like 20 million, 25 million, something like that by the end of this. And that's if he's not just increasing or whatever. He's just doing his normal trades and keeps going doing the normal trades. So I'm kind of wanting to see that. I'm actually very excited for him, you know, if anything, to see like what he ends out with. Same thing with the rest of these people here. As you can see, like our lowest right now, lowest in the 10th place, because they only show 1 through 10, is 730,000. Like these people, excuse me, are running it, like literally running it right now. Currently, we're not doing so hot. Negative 59,000, almost negative 60,000. Our first decent trade is actually today, but it's not realized profit because we haven't actually closed this trade. So the one biggest thing that I always want to explain is, you know, you never have that money in hand until you actually close the trade. If you don't understand what the Leap paper trading competition is, it is a paper trading combine where you can trade and gain real money. All right, so just to make sure you all understand that, the 250 participants with the highest income by the end of the contest will be the winners, first place, so on and so forth. I'm gonna let y'all read that. Practice makes perfect. In this case, there's no real money required, no brokerage account, no hidden terms. Learn, practice, compete with traders globally for cash prizes. So you get to trade paper on TradingView as long as you have, I believe, as long as you have one of their paid for subscriptions. You get to trade in order to make real money, but you have to be within that first to, I think, first to 50th place, where you can make anywhere between $3,000 to $300 if you're within that first to 50th place. After that, you get a 6-month subscription, like addition to your current plan, basically for, I think it's for free, I guess. So these are the instruments that you can trade. I sadly only trade NASDAQ, S&P 500, and a bit of gold. So I'm kind of limited to that. But to me, I feel like it's not a bad thing. It's just the simple fact that I got to make sure that, you know, I'm taking the trades how I'm supposed to. And we started off really weak. We started off really weak in this trading combine because trading competition, excuse me, because of the simple fact that we took some really bad trades. Started off bad, chasing the trade that was already passed. I mean, we talked about this in the last stream. Same thing with this trade. We kind of ended up getting into this trade at a time that we would never trade, like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. That's not a time frame that I trade. I usually trade anywhere between 7 o'clock in the morning until about 1800 in the evening, Eastern time. I don't usually trade, after that point. So getting in this trade at, what was it, 1930, 2000, that was a bad trade by me. That's me not following my rules. So, trying to get those things out. I'm glad this is a paper trading competition, because if it wasn't, I've been losing a crap load of money. And as for this trade, this was the only valid trade that I had. The problem was I got out of this trade too early. As you can see, we got out before it hit stop loss. Boom, it turns around. I don't even know how many ticks. It turns around 97 ticks before our stop loss was hit, and then literally would have been in profit right now. So this one is my fault. This one is definitely my fault. Well, actually, all of these are my fault, but this one for real is definitely my fault for not adhering to, okay, you either take the stop loss or you're taking the next trade. Now, the only reason why I ended up getting out of this trade is because I was watching this trade. That's another one of my problems, another one of my big problems. If you have a problem with watching your trades, you got to nip that shit in the butt, because when you get down to that point of where you're making yourself lose and you see that that's your problem, you're going to start wanting to try to win. So my biggest thing is I need to stop watching my trades so heavily and allow that trade to play out. So if this trade had played out, we wouldn't have taken the third loss, which ended up being damn near like $30,000 by itself. We would have been in profit. But either way, as you can see, we end up losing these 3 trades, and now this one is currently winning. Remember, this is not real money. It is paper trading money through the competition. So you paper trade the money so that you can hopefully gain a placement, and then that placement gets you money. It gets you real money, excuse me. All right, so that's NASDAQ, and then kind of similar for S&P 500. We did very similar things. They move very similarly, if you didn't already know, or they confluence? No, they're not confluence. Not coincide. They move very similar, is what I'm trying to say, but there's an actual word for it. But either way, as you can see, 3 bad trades, 1, 2, and the third trade here was an actual good trade. Like, I mean, I took it all the way down to where it was supposed to be. We still got stopped out and lost that trade, but we ended up now getting into a pretty decent sized trade. My idea is to try to ride it up until this most recent, or the highest high, I guess I should say, which is back up to around the 6,161 area, 6,163 area. But we'll see if that happens. It got a little scary, a little sketchy today at around 1500. As you can see, if we drop down to that 5-minute time frame, man, big spike. I was like, well, damn. Super huge spike at 1600 today. So I thought it was actually going to come back down and then turn around, and it didn't happen, luckily. But as you can see, a little bit of a scare. Had I been staring at the trade, I more than likely would have gotten out of this bad boy. So I'm actually glad that I decided to go ahead, leave it alone. Don't watch the trade, don't sit here and stare at it for, all day. Let the trade play out. If it loses, it loses. This is what I should be saying to myself each trade. If it loses, it loses. If it wins, it wins. And if it comes to the point where we need to move stops to break even, which it is about to, then we move stops to break even, and then boom, we don't worry about that trade anymore. We just let that trade go. Now, for my strategy, particularly, I like to use 2 time frames. It's either the 2-hour time frame or the 1-minute time frame. And I know those are vastly different time frames. Yes, they are vastly different time frames. My 2-hour time frame is that more of catch and hold forever when I can possibly do that. I do have a TradeStation live account. I just don't have the right amount of funds in it, but I will on the 15th. So you will see me trading live starting on the 15th of February. I'll be trading live once I get the money into the account. So it might take a day or 2 after that, but I think the 15th is actually a Saturday. So you'll see me trading the following Monday, basically, in that account live. Should have roughly about anywhere between $500 to $700 in that account. We'll see how it goes, but at least it'll be live money. Actually, no, I apologize. I just lied to you all. I'm going to wait until after this paper trading competition to trade live, because I do want to try the competition first to get out any kinks, get out all the stupidity that I have in my in my brain, and then I'll be trading live after that point. So either way, as you can see, had a bit of a scare, like I said there. We're waiting for this to go up to this most recent high, or not most recent high, but the highest high. Same thing here. There is a high that we're shooting for here over to the left that was back in December, and that should at least give us 28K. Now, you'll see that the contracts, there's things that I've learned basically within this trading competition, literally within these last just 3-4 days, that I need to make sure that I'm not doing when I do move over to my live account. We'll go over those probably at the end of the month when this paper trading competition is over. But I am writing down notes. I am jotting down, my kind of the things that I should be doing and should not be doing. But to be honest, right now I'm just trying to get through this trading competition without losing the whole account. All right, so that's the idea right now. Can we come out profitable is my main thing. Can we come out profitable? I don't want to lose money on this and then all of a sudden try to turn around and trade live. So my idea is if we can come out profitable, and I mean, like, it don't have to be nothing crazy. It can be 5, 7%, 10% of the account or something like that in a month, and I'm cool with that. Yes, that is slightly aiming very high, but to me, I feel like if these people can do this on their accounts, then I can get 5 to 10% if I'm actually following my strategy the way I'm supposed to. Because I don't think I have a losing strategy. Usually, the losing comes from the stupidity that I end up, doing while trading. So that's it for the update. I usually want to do live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I just haven't been doing it because I feel like doing it using these 2-hour time frames is kind of redundant. I'm probably going to be in the same trade for like a day or two at least, so it doesn't really make sense. But since we had this update where I actually got into a trade, the trade's looking good, I'm about to move stops to break even and stuff like that, kind of want to just jump on and make sure that you all knew about that. We already went over the losses and everything in the first session, or the first first episode, I should say, but kind of just a review. So next time we probably won't do a review of these first trades. We'll probably just do a review of whatever trade either we're in or if we lost this trade. Well, technically we shouldn't be losing hopefully by tomorrow, because by tomorrow I'm probably going to move the stop loss to break even regardless of what happens. Excuse me. But I'll probably move in that stop loss in the morning first thing. And then same thing for ES. I'll probably move in this stop loss first thing in the morning, regardless if it's hit what I would consider my TP1. My TP1 is just where I move my stops to break even. I don't get out. Once again, my strategy is to hold until we fold. So basically, I hold and I move my stops up little bit by little bit to certain points where I see it needs to be moved. And to be honest, I mean, right now, we could honestly move this stop loss up to at least this point, because after this huge spike down here, which I should have done this earlier, I just realized it, but after this huge spike or plummet, after this huge plummet down and it rejected, then to me, I feel like, okay, it caught some kind of support. So what I would do is I'll just move it right below this little candle here. I shouldn't be moving it at night. I should have actually done this earlier. But since we're already here and I'm, for whatever reason, just realizing like, hey, that's where you should move your stop loss, I'm going to go ahead and move that. Kind of similar to that, we actually had NASDAQ spike down as well. So I'm going to move that stop loss just in case anything happens overnight. Hopefully nothing, but just in case anything happens overnight, we don't lose everything in comparison to just losing a little bit of something. I'd rather lose that than lose the whole, I think it's like 6 to 7, was it? I don't even know. I'd rather lose that than lose almost $9,000. So we'll do that, and boom, that's taken care of now. That up just a little bit more. It's like $800. Yeah, somewhere right along the lines of that candle. So yeah, that's it. If you got any questions, let me know. I'm all for it. I will probably go live again tomorrow just to show you what happened by the end of the week. It'll probably be a later live, just like this one is right now, so that we can kind of go over, what happened with this current trade, if it broke even or if it continued up. Like I said, we will be holding it over the weekend. My idea trading style is to hold on to trades as long as possible. So that's why I want to get my trading account, my live trading account with TradeStation. That's why I want to get that account up, because currently right now I can't do that. I don't have enough money in order to do that. You have to have about 1,675 right now. You have to have 1,675. That could increase or decrease, but currently it's 1,675 in order to hold the S&P 500 overnight. And to me, I feel like, yeah, you definitely need at least double of that to be trying to hold on to those types of trades overnight. So yeah, right now we're working towards that. I'm putting money in the account. Hopefully, when I do actually get back to trading live, I will end up actually winning instead of losing. But that's, for what we've got a few weeks before that happens. So at least 3 more weeks after tomorrow, before that happens. So we'll see what happens. I appreciate y'all. Thanks. Have a good day. Hopefully, if you're trading too as well, hopefully you're doing well. And if you're not in the competition, I don't think it's too late. I mean, it's only the 5th day. I don't know how the top 250, I want to say players. I don't know how the top 250 people are doing, but I mean, if it's any, consolation or any, if it's any sign that they're doing probably well too, you're looking at these top 10, man, they're probably already, at least the top 250 people are probably at least $200,000 or more in profit. So we got a long ways to go if we want to make it at least to the top 250. But my goal is to just be profitable. All right, done reiterating myself. Apologies. I like to talk. So thank y'all. Hopefully you have a good night. All right. Peace.